Welcome. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Owatonna Today Show on this Wednesday, November 19th. I'm Deb Gillard, your host of the program. We, of course, have a great show for you today. As always, we have a lot of great supporters that help bring this program to you, and we're very fortunate and thankful for them. You can find us on Charter Channel, I'm going to get this right now, 181 on the new lineup, 6 days a week. And you can also find us out on the internet. You can go to the thirdhandvideo.com and click on Owatonna Today Show, where you'll find all the most recent programs. You can just go onto YouTube, type in Owatonna Today Show, and you'll find the latest programs uploaded. And you can also like us on Facebook, and you will get notifications when the new programs are uploaded to the internet. So lots of great ways, either for yourself or someone that you know, to access the Owatonna Today Show and all the things that we do. We always welcome your comments and ideas for guests and show topics. So if you have something you'd like to pass along to us or information that you would like us to announce at the end of the program, where we're doing some announcements, you can send that to owatonnatoday@charter.net, probably the best way to get us information, or you can give Leanne a call, 390-5751. We do have a great show for you today. We've got kind of a full house, and first of all, when we come back from our break, we're going to be talking about the Star of Hope celebration, the lighting celebration for Homestead Hospice House here in Owatonna. A little bit later on in the program, we will be talking about Infants Remembered in Silence, or IRIS, and their turkey trot. So let's take this first break for our supporters and get right to it. We'll be right back.
I'm Dan Branstead of Carlson Branstead & Company, Certified Public Accountants. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Greetings, I'm Laura Ressler, Director of the Steele County Historical Society, and I welcome you to our History Center. We invite you to join in all our activities, events, where we honor the past and look towards the future.
Kick off your holiday season with Advocates for Developmental Disabilities 24th Annual Festival of the Trees, Friday, November 21st at 7:30 p.m. at the Owatonna Holiday Inn. The gala is a festive evening of sparkling trees, live and silent auctions, and delectable hors d'oeuvres and desserts, all wrapped up in a package of goodwill. Tickets are available at Cashwise, Hy-Vee, Kotke's, Instaprints, or by calling 451-9769. Put some merry in your holidays by attending AD's Opening Night Gala, Friday, November 21st. Hope to see you there.
Welcome back, and thanks again for joining us on the Owatonna Today Show on this Wednesday, November 19th. A couple of timely topics on our program today, and one of them that's really just around the corner is the Star of Hope lighting celebration for Homestead Hospice House. And here to talk with us about that is Carol Zeta. Hi, Carol. How are you?
Hi, Deb.
And Jerry Roberts. How are you, Jerry?
Very good. Thank
Welcome
you.
to the program.
Thank you.
A little bit earlier this week on Monday's program, we had the folks for the Give Hope concert, which is in part benefiting the Homestead Hospice House and the Patient Care Fund. So we had a chance to talk a little bit about that. But Carol, your involvement with, let's start here. Your involvement with Homestead Hospice House is what? You're a volunteer, correct?
I am a volunteer there, yes.
Okay, and serve on the Community Relations Board.
I do, yes.
And what does that Community Relations Board do?
Okay. Well, our main goal is to raise funds for the Patient Care Fund.
Okay, so the same thing we were talking about on Monday.
We have various fundraisers during the year, and we try to keep that fund healthy so the patients who need it can use it.
Okay, and when you talk about needing it, it's for those who might not have the funds to be able to utilize the services of Homestead Hospice House?
That's right, yes. If they have some financial need beyond what their other resources provide, then they can go to the Patient Care Fund and they can use the funds there up to 21 days for care.
What a nice program. And I understand that it is in use constantly.
It is, every day.
All right.
Every day.
Okay. How long have you been involved with Homestead Hospice House?
I think about 9 years.
Okay.
I think I was in the first volunteer training class.
Okay.
And the hospice house on 26th Street opened in October of 2004.
Okay.
So it's something I decided I wanted to do after I retired.
Okay.
During my career, I worked with adolescents, and I wanted to work with a different age group
On the
after I
other end of
retired.
the spectrum.
Yes. So this was a new experience for me. So I took the volunteer class, and actually for the last 9 years, I have been picking up meals at the hospital and delivering them to the hospice house on Tuesdays of each week.
Okay.
And then I bake cookies every week.
You're one of the cookie bakers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and Bernie Eidiker is the coordinator for all the cookie bakers, and she keeps us all organized, so there are fresh cookies there all the time. And everyone seems to enjoy that. Not only eating the cookies, but the aroma of fresh cookies kind of wafting through the hospice
comforting.
house. It is,
Very
yes.
comforting. And it makes it really feel like home, which
It
is
does.
exactly what it feels
And
like.
that's what we try to do, is create a home-like, comfortable home-like atmosphere. Cookie baking is one way of doing that.
It
Yes,
is. It is. There are a lot of other things the volunteers get involved with as well. Can you just name a few of those things?
Well, some of them work at the hospitality desk, so they greet the visitors when they come in.
All right.
And
But a lot of it is about providing those things, those kind of behind the scenes things, like the cookies and bringing the meals and things like that.
and there's also an opportunity to be available one-on-one with the patients who are there.
Okay.
If they need someone to sit with them, someone to visit with, to add some comfort in their room, to
That is really what it's all
direct
about.
their visitors.
Yeah, it's providing that
yeah,
comfort,
yeah,
isn't it, for both the patient and the family?
Yes, it is.
For sure. It's
Yeah.
the whole family is being enveloped in all of that. Do you know about how many volunteers there are?
I don't know how many volunteers there are. No. I think there must be a lot.
Yeah.
I know there are 24 cookie bakers right now.
Okay, so there's plenty. And I think everyone, a lot of people are involved in very small ways. I have run into a number of people who are involved with volunteering. So I think, again, it's a lot of that wonderful behind the scenes that's going on, and many hands make light work, I think, for all of
it
you.
does.
So, well, thank you for your care for our for the patients and families throughout the years, and all the lovely things that you do. We do want to talk about, and this being a fundraising opportunity too for the Star of Hope. Is that correct, or just a celebration?
No, it's a fundraiser.
This is a fundraising
also.
opportunity,
as she
Jerry.
mentioned, as Carol mentioned, of course, the Patient Care Fund, and even though it is a event that is involving the whole community and bringing people together on December 7th, also we encourage them to think about donating $10 or more for this patient care fund.
Okay.
And there's certainly a lot of people with limited income, and it certainly is a big help as far as those people are concerned. So
Absolutely.
That's certainly, is 25 years of this under various names, and then evolving into the Star of Hope and ending up at the Homestead
25
Hospice
years
House.
now,
Yeah.
And it's kind of had the same plan and program here, kind of since Daybreak Church moved in across the way. That's been a nice outlet to be able to be part of the program, correct?
Yeah, 5 years ago when they finished their building project and invited us over, and it's marvelous. It worked out great being where the hospice house is and the church is and this event, and it kind of very well coordinated. So
tell us a little bit about how the evening's going to go. And by the way, it is as I mentioned, it's going to come up on us very quickly here with November kind of winding down, but it is on December 7th.
December 7th at 5 o'clock, and hopefully it's a little warmer than it was last year.
We can't guarantee that, Jerry.
But I think as far as the program goes, I think it's excellent, is that the St. John Lutheran Church Bell Choir will start us off.
Beautiful.
And then we will have the Owatonna High School carolers, and they're always outstanding. And we appreciate Mr. Harris working us in because they're very busy. And, excuse me, then a message from Pastor Cindy Halverson of the First Baptist Church. And those messages are usually very, very good. I think one of the very outstanding things, John Lindy puts together a video presentation that really touches your heart. It includes a remembrance and a reflection on children and grandparents and parents and veterans, all of those people that we may have lost or we see suffering in some way. And, and then the walk to the hospice house and the lighting of the star, which is really kind of cool, in the fact that the lanterns are there. And that star, which was new last year, is really sensational for anybody that has seen it or hasn't seen it, should see it.
You can't help but see it when it's once it's lit, isn't it? And through
and
the holiday
then there's refreshments afterwards, and we will have the Owatonna String Ensemble there.
Oh
and
my!
They are sensational also, and we thank Sandra Justice for being part of that. And the fact that the layout is so neat, the church and the hospice house and the windmill, which came from Geneva about 10 years ago, and the star. It's
and the star goes up on the windmill.
That's correct, yeah. And it's pretty sensational. So
it is.
That's kind of the way the program will go. And hopefully it reminds people that this includes the whole community and surrounding communities, and brings all these people together. Probably seeing old friends, making new friends, and doing a lot of reminiscing and remembering. Yeah,
I think that many of us have, of course, been touched by hospice care, and certainly the Homestead Hospice House. May know of someone or have had someone very dear to us that's been there. But if you haven't, you may. And I think that's the important thing, to remember that it is all about community and all about what hospice and the Homestead Hospice House provides. And so all are welcome. As you can hear from Jerry, sounds very inspirational, very powerful, just involving a lot of really neat community partners to come together and make it a really nice celebration. So we are very much looking forward to that. Again, it's going to be Sunday, December 7th. We are going to cross our fingers for good weather, but we do that all the time for everyone, and say a little prayer maybe in that regard as well. It starts at 5 o'clock, and again, it starts at Daybreak Church. All the various things that Jerry just mentioned are going on, and then there is the walk to the Homestead Hospice House and the lighting. And then that light is up throughout Christmas, isn't it?
During the whole Christmas season.
And you can't help but see it when you're passing by on the freeway. And that's what I think is really neat, too, that many people who are coming down I-35 and going back and forth are seeing that Star of Hope. And that, to me, is really, really special, too.
Right.
Well, thank you both for your involvement. Jerry, you are on the volunteer task force.
That's correct.
For the Homestead Hospice House. And, of course, Carol, with your volunteering work, we thank both of you for all that you do. And have done, and we hope for a great celebration for the Star of Hope lighting.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right. We'll take a break for our supporters, and we'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Tom Sager, the Director of Finance and Operations at the Owatonna Public Schools. Your gifts to the United Way are working hard to help people become self-sufficient. For example, our Boots to Work program, which was a partnership with the Salvation Army, Owatonna Shoe, and local staffing agencies, put over 100 unemployed people to work this year by providing them with new quality steel-toe boots they couldn't afford. Help us create a community built on opportunity by giving generously to this year's United Way campaign. Thank you.
Carbon monoxide is a colorless, odorless gas produced by gas-fired appliances in your home. The state of Minnesota requires that you have a carbon monoxide alarm within 10 feet of sleeping areas in your home. We suggest you have a digital readout carbon monoxide alarm. That way we were able to check and see what the concentration amount was when the alarm went off. This has been a public safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Hi, I'm Glenn Mager.
And I'm Tim Thomas of the Brick Mager Funeral Home, and we're proud to serve the Medford and Owatonna areas with cremation and traditional funeral services.
And we're proud to be a part of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, this is Barry Gillespie, president of ERA Gillespie Real Estate, where our pledge is to save you money, save you time, and simplify your life. And we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, I'm David Einhaus with the Owatonna Foundation. Thank you to all of our donors who have helped make Owatonna a better place to live. Will you join us today with a financial gift? Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
And welcome back on this Wednesday, November 19th. No, it's not Steele County Humane Society Day, and we're not adopting out a turkey, but we are here for the Infants Remembered in Silence, otherwise known as IRIS, and their turkey trot that they have every year. I have with me Diana Sundwall. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us in.
And Jennifer Vargo. Okay, I was going to get that right. And who do you have next to you directly?
This is Logan Vargo.
Hi, Logan. How are you?
Good.
Thanks for joining us. And then we have T Trot. Hey, T. How's it going? T's not going to say a whole lot, I don't think, but definitely here representing the cause. This event has been going on for how many years now?
This is the 6th annual.
6th annual, and it's been our pleasure, I think, to have you on each year and talk
we
about,
have been.
excuse me, when it first started and how it's grown. But let's kind of go back to square one and talk about Infants Remembered in Silence and the organization that it benefits. Okay. And Diana, would you mind kind of sharing with us what it's all about?
Sure. Infants Remembered in Silence, or IRIS, is a nonprofit organization that works with people who have children that pass away from any gestational age through early childhood. Okay. And so we provide, in the hospitals and the funeral homes in our 6-county service area, we provide bereavement support packets. We have burial clothing for infants that would be from 10 gestational weeks all the way through full term. We have blankets, we have hats, we have advocates who are trained people that we have go out and go into the hospitals and the funeral homes and work with the families and the children that have passed away. We have support group meetings, we have holiday services. We're a very, very busy nonprofit organization.
And you said in 6 counties.
6 counties.
What counties do you cover?
I knew you were going to do that to me.
Oh, no, sorry.
Dodge, Goodhue, LeSueur, Rice, Steele, and Waseca counties.
Okay, wonderful. And how do you know how many families you have touched over those years?
We have records of the ones that we've actually gone in and worked with, who the advocates have worked with. We've been keeping track of those for not the full 27 years, but for probably about 15 years.
Okay.
A lot of the services that we provide can be provided totally anonymously, so families don't have to give us their names.
Okay.
I've gone in and worked with families in the hospitals and the funeral homes that I don't know who the parents are at all.
Okay.
I only know who the child is. And that's perfectly fine. Pregnancy loss is a very private issue, and a lot of people just don't feel comfortable sharing who they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's perfectly fine. So we count all of our materials that we give out based on the number of bereavement packets that we work with, that we're handing out. So in the community of Owatonna, we're going to hand out this year somewhere around 125 to 150 bereavement packets. That's up from previous years.
Wow, isn't that amazing? And and here again too, we were talking about Homestead Hospice and hospice services and providing comfort, and IRIS is very much like that. They're in a really great time of need, I think, for some people to really make it through.
Absolutely, absolutely. A lot of people don't have anyone else that they can work with. They can't talk to anybody about it. Nobody in their family may have experienced it, or their family just doesn't talk about it. And it's great to have another organization there where people who are there have all experienced it and know exactly what it's like.
Right, kind of how it feels,
right.
how the journey may go as you travel through it and kind of get to some semblance of normal, I guess, after you go through
It's a new kind of normal.
Yeah,
until you feel comfortable in your own skin again, which can take years.
Yeah. Well, again, heart-touching. Onto a little bit lighter. Well, we're going to lighten it up by talking about the great fundraising event that you have to help this organization, and that is the Turkey Trot. There goes my voice. I'm going to turn it over to you, Jennifer. It's going to be all yours here in a second. But the Turkey Trot, as you mentioned, is in its 6th year.
It is.
And it has, I know it's been growing. It started fairly small, but still, I think, surprising even for that first year, correct?
Yes. It started very small, and it's gotten very large. So last year we had about 1,600 participants that were in the race.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding?
Yes.
That's huge.
It's fabulous. So we've done a great job this year, still fundraising, still gathering, registers. registrants. There's 6 days left still to register, so you can still either walk or run in the race. And we have a gobble wobble and a tot trot for the kids as well. So very much family oriented and getting everyone involved in the community.
Okay, well, let's kind of talk about how the event rolls through on the day of Thanksgiving. It is literally the morning of Thanksgiving. And T, you're safe that day, aren't you? 'Cause you're participating in this one, so you're all good. Yeah. Yeah. But it starts quite early in the morning.
It does. Most people gather, I mean, the roads, I mean, cars line up all the way down the road, so it's very long, but people get there quite early to they've either registered before and picked up items the night before, so you can pick up stuff on Wednesday evening or on Thursday morning as well. So it's been a tradition where everybody gets together kind of and takes pictures together. There's team of people that get together.
A lot of them are walking or running in memory of a child, and
Yes.
so that's what she's talking about with the
Yeah,
teams.
so
and
they
things.
walk or have a memory of a child. And we also have other events that we have booths that set up so they can set up different things along the way as well. So.
Okay, all right, and it starts at the Faribault Middle School, correct?
It
and that is
does.
located where?
Come on,
Okay, I have that right in front of me. I didn't mean to test you, but
It's 704 17th Street.
Southwest
in Faribault.
and that's where everything starts, the registration and all those teams are gathering, and that is
Check-in and everything is at the junior high.
Okay.
The middle school, excuse me.
Okay, so you can check in. Early check-in is the night before, from 4 to 6:30. So as you were mentioning, Jennifer, you can get some of those things underway if you kind of want to have that piece out of it. Otherwise, at 7 o'clock on that very morning. And the idea is that all of this stuff is happening, and you are done well in advance of any Thanksgiving celebrations, family,
Right.
travel that
In the
you
past,
need
I've
to
been
do.
home. I've been home cooking my Thanksgiving meal starting by 11:30. So it's in and out.
Plug your ears. You don't have turkey, do you?
I do.
Okay.
A great big one.
Okay. Does turkey? I think turkeys have. As a matter of fact, I know turkeys have really good ears. That's what the turkey hunters tell me. Oh, turkey hunters! I'm sorry. I'm really making it bad. Anyway, after check-in, then there are, as you mentioned, lots of kids events. And what are the ages for the gobble wobble and the tot trots? And is it just kids of any age?
They're divided up according to their age.
Okay.
But, and I can't remember exactly what they are,
Yeah,
so it's
that's okay.
0 to 12.
12.
Okay.
So that's where they break down in between there for whether it be tot, trot, or gobble wobble.
Okay. Now, you're obviously very closely involved, so you're going to be involved in all the things that are going on, but has your family participated in this before, and are they going to? Are you going to be walking, running, trotting something that day, Logan? Yep. Are you? Good job.
He's participated in the past.
All right, good.
He had to ride halfway on Mom's back, but that's okay.
And then there are all sorts of, so there's a 5 and 10K timed run, a 5K timed run, and a 5K walk. And do you get some serious runners in this, from what I understand?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that are coming and they are keeping track
They're
of their time and they want to know?
It's a chip timed event, so
Okay.
there is a timing company there. It's Anderson Race Management will be there timing it, so it's...
Okay,
you have
so
to
for
run
some
custom
it's very
ads.
serious and for some it's a little more social and a little more relaxed, but in any case, that's an
great event.
amazing number to have grown to. Do you know what you're expecting for this year? Do you ever know? Because people can register right up
The
to...
first year we'd hoped for 100 and had 500.
Oh, wow.
Last year we had hoped for, I think the magic number was 1,000, and we had about 1,600. This year we're planning on 1,600. We'll see what we end up
And you'll
with.
see what you end up with. That is just amazing, and what a great cause. How much money is able to be raised throughout this? Because there's registration fees and
Right.
and some. I mean, I imagine just flat out donations if somebody is there and wishes to donate.
There are. There's right now we have 1,080 people registered, and if you look on our website, it tells you how many people are registered, how many days are left, and how much money you've raised.
Okay.
So far, we've raised $84,127, but now that's in-kind donations as well.
Okay.
So the monetary end of it, we've raised about $54,000, just over $54,000, almost $55,000.
That's still amazing
for Iris.
to
Yeah.
really be able to support the programs already in place, flesh them out a little bit, even create new ones if you find that there's a need. I would guess for
Absolutely.
families. And then, like you said, you're done and you're home and you're cooking.
It's amazing to see how many people come out and volunteer to help that day too.
I was just going to say that too. There's a lot of volunteers that come out.
You
And
have
just come out to be a
something-
part of it.
Right, and you have people who just jump in and help because they see that people are coming across the finish line and they need to have the tags taken off of their shoes.
Okay.
And So it takes a couple hundred people to make this happen. So.
I am thoroughly impressed every year. I know when I've had the opportunity to speak with representatives here about what it benefits, how it has grown, and I just think it's an amazing event on a day when you wouldn't otherwise expect people to want to come.
I never dreamed it would work well, but it works
dinner
great.
off before you even have it, I guess. But
Trot gives them permission to have an extra pice of pie and an extra helping of potato. So
Trot, you are
such a good Trot.
Nice.
Anything but turkey.
Yeah. Ham goes on. Don't throw those guys under the bus. You've got your contact information, I know, on the screen.
Right.
There's a website, as you mentioned, that you can go to, and you can kind of see how progress is going. Right. Phone number. Still days left to register. Still, again, if you don't know if you're going to be able to make it, but want to come out on that very day.
Absolutely, you can register there. You can also go online and pledge donations to teams, or just make a straight up donation as well.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for creating and organizing this wonderful event and having it benefit, and all the work that you do with families and how very important that is.
Thank you.
Diana, thank you. Jennifer, thank you.
Thank you.
Logan, thanks for joining us. Have fun that day. We're going to be all wishing for good weather, aren't we? The only thing that might be warm would be, really in that suit would be old T Trot over there, but and you're probably cooking right now under the lights. But and here again with cooking. What is the matter with me? You're never going to come on my show again, are you, T? We loved having you. You have a great day for the Turkey Trot, all of you, and have a very successful event. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
We'll take a break for our supporters, and we'll be back to wrap up.
Hi, I'm Amy Martinez.
And I'm Adam Martinez, owners of Snap Fitness in Owatonna.
Snap Fitness is a fast, convenient, and affordable fitness center, and we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Everyone deserves opportunities to have a good life, a quality education that leads to a stable job, enough income to support a family through retirement, and good health. But the reality is, many children fall behind, many families are struggling, and many others are in poor health. United Way's goal is to find long-term solutions. Thanks to a grant from the Otto Bremer Foundation, we're hosting community conversations this year to address these issues. If you'd like to join us, please call our office.
Hello, I'm Shawn McNulty.
And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna.
And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Wrapping it up on this Wednesday, November 19th, we want you to remember that the 24th Celebration Festival of Trees will begin with its opening night gala this coming Friday, November 21st. There will be cash bar, hors d'oeuvres, desserts. Starts at 7:30. It's open to the public. Tickets are $30 and available right now at Cashwise, Hy-Vee, Kotke Jewelers, and Insty Prints. The whole event, of course, is at the Holiday Inn, Owatonna Holiday Inn Hotel and Suites, and it is a benefit for the Advocates for Developmental Disabilities serving Steele County. Those trees, of course, are up and on display through November 29th, so certainly a beautiful thing to take part in this Friday, and a celebration of trees to be able to enjoy all through a part of the holiday season. The Give Hope concert, a Christian benefit with proceeds going to Homestead Hospice House, particularly their patient care fund and transitional housing of Steele County. That will be held this Saturday, November 22nd. It begins at 7 in the Owatonna High School auditorium. It is a free will donation, so please come and gather. They'd like to fill up the auditorium. They've got some great performing artists, Michael and Tammy Furch, and a lot of the musicians that they're familiar with and acquainted with through the group called Witness, Trinity Choir, and the Bad Tangerines, and it's going to be a great event to benefit a couple of great causes here in the area. Of course, the Irish Turkey Trot. Whoop! Leanne's saying it's time to wrap up. I talked too long. Come join us on Friday. We'll have SCORE here with us and Express Employment Professionals. We'll see you then.